when are you free? Made a number of videos highlighting the blatant slavery that we're in, but when are you free? First of all, you need to be in anarchy, otherwise you'd have people ruling you, rule of law, laws of all, body of authority bearing down on you, punishing you if you go against any of the rules that they make up, sitting in their chairs. So first of all, you need a free society. Then we've got to live. We've got to live. Food don't serve itself on the table. So when is it in doing your work? The work doesn't necessarily mean slavery or even job. In some sense, jobs, doing things. When is this not slavery? When are you free? Well, the difference between it should appear obvious, a slave and a free person, is that a free person does what they want to do. Obviously, in a slave society, doing what you want is a bad thing. Not anarchy. Being free is a bad thing. But a free person does what they want. A slave is forced to go by the rules, carry out the will of another. I mean, in this current system of slavery, if you hear someone saying, "Oh well, the job I do, I love it. I'm doing what I love to do, and I get paid for it." Okay, well, in reality, that really never happens, does it? I don't think you'd be honest that it never happens, but certainly there's a minority, a few people, in splinter sections of society that do end up doing something that they enjoy doing. So perhaps just in this tiny minority, they might be getting paid for what they want to do. But as soon as they you really introduce the financial incentive, and then they're like, well, okay, well, I'm doing something I want to do, but if I don't do it for another hour, then I can't live. Then you're a slave. It's wage slavery, as Noam Chomsky has made several videos about. So really, it doesn't exist with the monetary system. But that is when you're a free person, when you're doing what you want. So you might ask, when in society can everyone all be doing what they want? It's certainly just a different system from the one that we're in at the moment. You have to take it back, go back, because remember where we are now is it's been a slave society. It's been designed and refined and advanced over generations. You've got to push that all back. Go get rid of that. That's just what we're right in, push it back, go to before cities and states, and go back to when people were living traditional ways of life, before the men arrived on horseback and chopped off your head, so right, you're going to live under our rule, under our law, or we're going to chop your head off and do all this, this before statism, which then led to capitalism and cities. Take it back to traditional way of life where everybody is, as a community, working together to supply, to create an agricultural village, the food that they need to live. I mean, everybody wants to do this then, because everybody wants to live. I mean, forget industrialisation, technology, take it right back. That's all. Industrialisation is was funded by capitalism, and capitalism is the system of rule and job and money. It's slavery. It's the modern method of slavery. To push it back, I mean, it's only been the last 5,000 years. Human race is 200,000 years old. It was a free world. It was anarchist world before statism. So you got people, in the village as a community, and everybody's going to want to be a part. Who's going to not want to be a part of what is going on? What everybody's doing to create, what you need to survive. Everybody wants to survive. I mean, there's not the disconnection as there is in modern life between what you do and the bloody food. You know what I mean? It was right there. Everybody, you ain't doing that. Well, how are you going to eat tonight then? You know what I mean? Nobody lives off the labour of others. It just would be blatantly. And I mean, that's when that's how you get a class system, isn't it? When some can live off the labour of others. When some have to work to feed others. Generally, if you get like a surplus in food, that's how you get like a class system of rule soon emerges. But when everybody's working to produce the same goods, what they need to survive as a community, there is no class. Everybody chips in and does their bit, and there'd be no getting away from it. But fundamentally and most importantly, this is in that system, in that way of life, that's what everybody's going to want to do. Now, nobody's going to want to go hungry. Nobody's going to want to be committing suicide, wouldn't you? Just be mad. Everybody's going to want to do what they need to do to help, because there would be that community, that unity, realising that if they didn't do what they needed to do, someone was going to go hungry, and you'd know that person. So the will would be there, and it's that will of doing what you want to do. There's a difference between a free person and a slave. So when everybody's doing what they want, I mean, human race wasn't designed, to be slaves. There wasn't like a mode of life that's impossible for anyone to do what they want. That's only comes with now. I mean, in the way of life that had been going on for 195,000 years. People in the agricultural village communities all working together to create the food that they need to live. Then people are doing what they want, and it's just a removal from that traditional way of life into an abnormal modality, where then people are forced to do things that they don't want to do, and that's the difference between a free person and a slave.
From having a surplus, you get the emergence of classes, because some people can live off the labour of others, which they couldn't do in traditional small agricultural communities. Everybody worked. Then you get the emergence of usually a priestly warrior class. You get the emergence of organised warfare. You get the emergence of tribute and something like a state, which is really the creation of a new form of power, I think. So all those things hang together, and that was the way it happened, really, the conjunction of all those things. You can't have a division between rich and poor when everyone produces the same goods. So it's only when you get a surplus product which some people can live off and others have to produce that you get a class system. And that soon emerges into a system of power and domination.